Yo, what's good, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here. Yo, I'm excited, man. Comic Con, New York Comic Con, 2018, man. This is gonna be the fourth time I'm going. I want to say, yeah, I want to say this is gonna be the fourth time that I'm going. And this is gonna be pretty dope. It's gonna be dope. I'm really looking forward to it, y'all. I've been talking with the crew. You know what I mean? Everybody's just kind of on their way to New York City, or they are going to be on their way to New York City. So I'm pretty excited about what's coming. We're gonna be doing some. We gotta be vlog. We gotta vlog. We gotta vlog. You know what I mean? We gotta vlog. We gotta do that. So we're definitely gonna do that. We're definitely gonna vlog. We're definitely gonna, talk about manga and maybe anime, but I think more so manga because I think a lot of us, I feel like we watch anime, but I think we are definitely like manga people. Like we all like read manga. We enjoy like reading that. I think a lot of us enjoy reading manga more than watching anime at times. So so I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Uh man, man. Comic Con, man. New York Comic Con. That's gonna be stupid. That's gonna be great. Um well, my cat's just meowing. She always starts meowing when I stream or whatever. She always starts doing something. So it is what it is. But I'm really looking forward to this. This is gonna be dope. I have like an idea of the panels that I want to go to, but at the same time, I feel like I want to see what people are doing. You know, yeah, I want to see what people are doing. I want to figure out like if they have plans, if they want to go to certain places in New York City, where do they want to go? Um, there are places that I definitely want them to check out. We're definitely gonna make a trip to Kinokuniya. That's like I think that's like probably the number one thing that I have in mind. And then the other thing is like there's a Chinese food like an American Chinese food kind of place, but it also serves like authentic like Chinese food as well. But you kind of gotta like really know what you want to ask for that stuff. 'Cause it's kind of like a secret menu sort of thing. But they have a place that's really that I love that I've gone to a few times in Chinatown. Really good. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's just gonna be dope. It's just gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. You know what I mean? Um, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. I think part also. I guess I kind of wanted to talk about like what we're gonna be doing in terms of uh like vlogging. Um, are we gonna do a reaction? Are we not gonna do a reaction? Personally, for me, it's like the reaction doesn't really matter to me because it's like it's like whatever, right? Because I'm not really reading I'm not reading One Piece like that. It is what it is, So it is what it is. All right, but I am gonna react to the chapters. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I gotta figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna do that tomorrow or Friday. I don't know. Maybe what time is it now? Like 9:12. Maybe I'll do. I don't know. I don't know how many chapters I have. I don't want to necessarily do it tonight because I just kind of want to chill. But maybe I should react to the chapters now. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stream for like another like 10 minutes just to talk about like um the plans that I have for Comic Con. Not just with like the crew and everything like that, but just also for myself. Like, what do I want to do? Like, what are my sort of like goals going to Comic Con and then leaving like the con? Um, all right, so you already know we're gonna be vlogging. We're gonna be talking about stuff. Some somebody's gonna have a camera out, somebody's gonna have a phone out. Most likely, I'm gonna be one of those people. Like, I'm gonna have my phone out. We're gonna be recording each other. You're gonna see videos, or we got our phones out. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be wacky. But that's like something that I'm really looking forward to. I really want to do that. Just like, just see their reactions to like that. The just Kinokuniya, because it's not to say that there aren't Kinokunias in other areas, but like there aren't many in the United States. So if you have one, it's just like a dope thing. And I think I'm lucky because there are two near me. Like there's one in the city, there's one in Manhattan, on 40th Street, and there's another one in Jersey, and like the sort of like coast, and like in Edgewater, like New Jersey. And it's like a drive away. It's like a quick. Generally, it's not like a super quick drive, but it's like it's like maybe like an hour away or something like that. So it's so I'm lucky in that sense. And then I also have an anime sort of manga store in Flushing, like in Queens. So if I want to go there and like say pick up a volume or ask to order something, I can go and do that. So it's all like I'm very lucky. Like I'm very lucky. I think the East Coast, probably the West Coast too. But I feel like the East Coast is really good about that. Like just kind of like certain types of shops and comic book shops, manga shops, like comic shops with a wide selection of manga. If you're living in the Boston and sort of Boston area, like there's a shop called Comicopia that is really great. Shout out to Morgana, who runs the manga section of it. And I think overall like helps like with like the overall like running of the store and everything like that. So shout out to Morgana, dope person. Check out Comicopia if you have it. If you're in the Boston area, you should check it out. Definitely. I want to see some people. There's some I feel like other sort of like industry folks that I want to meet, that I want to just kind of like chat it up with for a little bit if I can. Because it's not every day that you get to talk to certain people like that online, because everyone's busy, everyone's got a life, right? You know what I mean? We're all doing things. So this like trip, like that, the fact that like all these sort of YouTubers are like coming together to converge in this way is like, it's just dope. It's like a really, really dope thing. And like, I'm just going to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a blast. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about all the stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to be arguing. We're going to be, talking about, your manga trash. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? We're going to be talking that stuff. And it's going to be great. And there are also just some people like, that I've met on Twitter, that I really, really want to meet, like I know like Deb Aoki's gonna be there, who is like an industry person who is just like one of like the most knowledgeable people, like period, when it comes to like manga, anime, the industry, how it functions, fandom, all that stuff. Like super knowledgeable, read a ton. It's just like a smart, like brilliant, like person. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. She's got a couple of panels. Hopefully I can make one of those panels. Looking forward to meeting T. Franklin, who is a dope comic writer. She recently came out with Bingo Love, which I really like. It's just like a warm kind of like story that also has like some darker elements, but like all in all, it's like a really just like heartwarming sort of story about like queer love and all of that. And it's just great. And she actually recently, I think Juke Joint recently came out. I gotta check that out. Issue 1. So that's like one where like the trade's not gonna come out. The trade's not gonna come out. I think like it's like, because with Bingo Love it was like a trade, like it was like one trade, and then they were like sort of like side sort of stories for that, which I still need to get. I still need to like purchase. I'll probably purchase that when I'm there, like when I'm there in person, and she has like merch that she's selling and all that stuff. And so I'm definitely gonna buy a copy from T. Franklin. That's like something I gotta do, because I've seen her at like Comic-Con once before, and I was in a panel, and she was like there are just certain people that have very like magnetic sort of personalities, and like when they speak and when they make certain points, and they just like, it's like you would listen. You know what I mean? Like you listen. Like T. Franklin's like one of those people that like you just listen. You just listen to like what she's saying, like when she speaks, and then usually it's like dope stuff and like on point stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be great. And I'm looking forward to like buying the issue, because like for me, like it's always important for me to support people, like to support certain people. Pick out. It's always like important for me to support people when I can. I think right now I'm just like, again, like I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in like, I got all my money stuff in order and everything like that. And when I can support, I do. So that's something that I'm going to try to do for this con. Like I'm going to try to look around, see, if someone's selling like an issue, like a first issue. If they're like, marginalized, like if they're parts of like marginalized groups and stuff, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm going to be looking out for. So I'm going to try to do that at the same time as like, hanging out with my fiance, meeting friends that I know in the city who are industry people who work at like publishing houses and stuff like that. Like I want to see them because like those people are just like friends of mine that I've known from like, either from college or through my fiance or whatever, or just people that I've known through like work, whatever. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be dope. Thursdays are always like great because and thank you, Kevin. Thank you. I'm gonna have a blast. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But like Thursdays are always cool because the con is not like, whoa, it's not this like massive thing. And you actually have space to move around and walk around. You can move around quickly, and you're not like, trying to figure out like, you might need like it's not Ice Shield 21, and like you have like this like image of like these arrows. You know what I mean? Like these hypothetical arrows through the crowds, and you're trying to figure out how to like bob and weave through them and everything like that. That's not what it's like. Like on Thursdays. On Thursdays, it's actually really nice. You feel like you're just kind of taking everything in, and like I think Thursdays are actually one of the best days. But a lot of people don't come early. And part of that is because like, work, people are working on Thursdays. So sometimes it's difficult for them to get that day off. But if you can, it's a great time because it's just like, there's a lot of space. You can move around easily. But right before Friday and Saturday and even Sunday, when it's just like mobs, everybody's there on Friday, right? Later on in the day, everybody's there. The children are there. The parents are there. The people that are just there were there, you know what I mean? Single folks, people in couples, whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody's there on Friday, Saturday. So Friday and Saturday is just ridiculous. The meetup with the user community is probably going to be tomorrow, honestly. I don't know how we're going to like record it or set it up or whatever, but I think what we're going to do is probably like, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to get together. We're doing things, we're exchanging information and stuff like that, so we can like actually talk with one another and do all of that. And so I'm pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow. Like I would say that is when we're gonna get it set up. I made sure that like we could. Like at least for me, like I had to take Thursday off. Tomorrow I actually had something I had to do, like in terms of class and stuff like that. But I just, I said, look, professor's like, I got this thing that I gotta go to. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what the thing is, but I got this thing. I gotta do the thing. So okay, so that's it. All right, you know what I mean? So it's like I like yo, this is like one of those like one in a lifetime sort of like opportunity. Not once in a, it is. It's not once in a lifetime opportunities necessarily, but I think in some ways it is because you never know when like everyone's going to sort of come together to go to Comic-Con and go to New York City and to do that. So I gotta live it up on every day: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to set it up. We're gonna be doing a lot of things. I think we're gonna be having a lot of things sort of set up. We're gonna definitely have a One Piece discussion. That's going to happen. I'm gonna react to the manga. The time out is 9:22, so I'm gonna end this stream in a little bit, in like a couple of minutes. But so I can react to the One Piece chapters, just to tell you how I kind of feel about them and everything like that, because I haven't read them yet. But I got to figure out where I stopped. Because I don't think it's been that many chapters. Maybe it's been like 5 chapters or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. 4 chapters? I don't know. 4 or 5 chapters, I want to say. Maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. But I'm really looking forward to it. To reading the One Piece chapters. And not if it was, if it wasn't for this thing, I wouldn't even go back to it. I'm not, I'm still not like, but I'm not super invested in it right now in a sense. But because of this is like a special case where it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and like say nothing and just like do this like weird brooding thing and be like, oh, I have to read the chapters. I'm not gonna do that. That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna read the One Piece chapters that I haven't read. And then once I've caught up for this Comic-Con, for this meetup, for this YouTuber like meetup, then I'm gonna like be like, I'm not reading nothing. Like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me about that One Piece unless, y'all found out what One Piece is. If y'all know what the One Piece is, I want you talking to me about that One Piece after this. All right, until further notice. So, I'm gonna read the chapters. I'm gonna read the chapters in a little bit, but I also want to make sure that I get to bed on time, just because, I want to make sure that I get up early. My fiance is really looking forward to this because last Comic-Con she couldn't be there like for a couple of days because she got sick, and and that sucked because it's like, one thing that I love about Comic-Con is like Comic-Con, like for me, is like a big thing. Like the first time I went to Comic-Con was with my fiance. So this is like a thing that we've done every year. Like every year we've gone to Comic-Con together. This is gonna be the 4th time. So we've gone to New York City New York Comic-Con 3 times together, and this is gonna be the 4th one. And the past 3 times we've done professional, we've done like industry badges, like we've done the industry badge. So we always get a pass. So like we've always sort of like generally, except for the first time. The first time we only went on Friday, and it was dope. But this time we're going on. Last year I went every day. Like I went every day. Like I went. No, I didn't go. I didn't go Sunday. I want to say I didn't go Sunday, but I went Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Sunday I didn't go because I was like, I just want to stay home with my fiance, chill, have a good time and everything like that. And it was good because she was still sick, and I wanted to make sure that like she was okay. But this time we going on full days. We going on full days, 4 days. Yeah, it's about to be hype. It's gonna be really dope. So I need to do a few things when it comes to the con. I need to like have I need to get a Metro card so that we can like travel to the con and back and all that. If I can find my Chopper shirt, yes. If I can find my Chopper shirt, I'm cosplaying tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. I'm gonna cosplay all 4 days. If I can find my Chopper t-shirt that I just like kind of like jerry rigged because I couldn't like find a shirt online that was like an exact sort of replica of a Chopper shirt. But I just kind of made it myself. So I need to find a photo. Let me see if I'm logged on to Facebook. Because I can't, like, my photos aren't on on my phone, but I have to look through. I gotta look through my photos. Let me do that now. Actually, let me do that now before I end the stream, and then I'll post it on. I'll post my cosplay. There's one photo in particular that I want to see, that I'm really sort of like happy about, but I gotta find it. Yeah, let me find it real quick. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty dope. Let me see. Yeah, this is dope. Let me see if I can download the photo. Yeah, I think I can download it. Okay. Yeah, this is dope. Hold on. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. Uh, all right. All right, I got the photo. All right, I got the photo. Let me do that. Hey, what's good, Nye? What's good? What's good? What's good? You should come down from Canada, man. But I know you got your. I know you got your stuff. I know you got your on the wedding. So I understand. Let me post it on Twitter now. Because I like 2015, I cosplayed as Chopper, and there were a bunch of other people in the photo. I believe my brother's in the photo, but I don't know. I don't know. I gotta let me find out. I'm just looking, y'all. I'm gonna post it. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna let y'all see it, and then let me know. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Add photo. Do. Okay. Yeah, one of my brothers took this photo. Let me just post it. Let me know what y'all think. All right, and it's cool. It's really dope. You'll all appreciate it. Wait. Hashtag One Piece. At all right, I posted it. I posted it. Yo, let me know what you thought. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. I came through. I came through with Chop. Like I wasn't playing. I really did. I really did. All right, and it was dope. And funny story. I told everybody about that. Like, so the first person I think I met, the first person I met was the traffic law in the photo. So we were like, yo, we like, we did the like, like when you like as like black folk, like when you like look at when you see someone else that's black, like in just like a sea of like white people or something like that, you be like you know what I mean, like you do something to be like, yo, I acknowledge, like I acknowledge you, I see you, I see, you know what I mean, and like I saw traffic law, and I was like, yo, and then we like, come on, photo, you know what I mean, and then we saw a Sabo. And then we saw the Sabo, and we were like, "Come on, let's get this. let's go get that Sabo. So we ran up to the Sabo. my little brother the whole time was just like, and my other brother was there too, and they were just like, moving, and he was like taking the photos. So because my phone was garbage, his phone was just way better than mine. So he took then we got a photo of Sabo, Law, and myself. Then we spotted the woman in the Ace hat and Law shirt, and we're like, that's good enough. That's good enough. She got the Ace hat on. We gotta get in the photo. So we got her in the photo. Then we spotted Luffy. We like, yo, we need a Luffy in the photo. So we spotted a Luffy, and then we just got together and took like a group photo, and it was dope. And it was just great because we just went through the con. We were like, yo, and people were taking photos of us, and it was really dope. It was really awesome. Like it was a good time. And I think like when you cosplay, I gotta get a whole bunch of things. Like it was dope. It was like, and when people say that I don't like One Piece, or I low key don't like One Piece, it's like no. You don't understand. This was the first time that I had ever cosplayed, and I cosplayed as Chopper from One Piece. Like y'all don't understand. Okay, all right. Y'all don't understand. You know what I mean? So it was dope. It was dope to be doing it. It was really dope. So I went in there, choppered it up, and it was a fun time. I had a blast. And I would say if you want to like cosplay, do it. All I'll say is like do it. Like it's super fun. It's a blast. You'll have a great time. It's great because like you just kind of connect with people, and it just makes the experience just like dope. It just makes the experience dope. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It's just like it's a dope experience. Like to just go in, do the cosplay, chill. It was really fun. It was really fun. So I would say if you felt like I don't know, cosplay, I don't know, do it. That's how I felt before, and I went out. And I think the thing is like I had my cosplay on like before I left the door, like before I left my apartment, like before my fiance and I left our apartment, like I had my cosplay on already. So I was moving through the hallway. People were looking. There were a few neighbors that were like, they gave you like a look, like they were trying to be judgmental, which is nice. But it was also like, yo, but like, what's going on with this guy? Like, what's going on with this grown man? He dressed like a whatever the hell he's dressed like, right? So it's like okay. And then once we got to once I got into the car, once we got into the car, we drove up to the LI the LUR, like it was what we call like the Long Island sort of railroad, because that's like the railroad that you take if you want to get into the city quickly, depending on where you are in New York City. And when we got to the station, that's when you saw a bunch of other people that were in cosplay, like they were cosplaying, and you knew they were going to the con. You saw a few other people with Comic-Con passes, and that's when it like was like, yo, you were like, hey, and it was really great. Once you sort of get out of like the space where people are like, judgy about that, and they're like, why are you dressed like that? And like people that they don't have a clue that Comic-Con is going on. They have no clue, and you're just like baffled. You're like, how do you not know right now? Like, how do you not know? How do you not know? You know what I mean? Because everyone in your sort of circle understands that this is a thing, right? It's like when when Anime Expo is happening, when San Diego Comic-Con is happening, when certain things are going on, right? And within this like community. So when people outside of the community don't know, you're just like, what? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is weird. How does that happen? You just don't get it. But it was really, really dope. It was really dope. So if you want to cosplay, do it. You know what I mean? Do it. Hey, Leaf Jonah, whoa, dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, got him. You know what I mean? I'm definitely I'm definitely gonna tweet. Um, yeah, right. It's like you just follow the crowd. Right? Like the first time you just follow the crowd, you're just like, yo, where am I going? And then you sort of figure out, and you also like do like sort of like reverse, like sort of like reverse like engineering. You kind of do that, right, where you sort of say like, okay, all these people are coming from somewhere. Like there are all these people that are like cosplaying and like have Comic-Con badges and have like swag bags and stuff like that, and you're like, where are they coming from? But you know what direction they're coming from, so you just kind of follow those people in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of follow the trail back. Like for them it'd be like backwards, but like you just follow the trail and eventually you figure out where you need to go. And there'll be people like stationed like corners, like certain corners, to say like, hey, if you have this type of badge, go this way. If you have this type of badge, go this way, right? So it's really dope. So after a while you're just like, man, I know where I'm going. You just get it because it's usually the same. But I do believe that they've done like renovations for this year's Comic-Con. So I'm really looking forward to seeing like what they've done, like how it's been set up and everything like that. That should be pretty cool. Yeah, you know, right? When you're at Comic-Con before it opens, it's just like, man, it's just like, man, you don't have to worry about it. You don't really have to worry about it much. Um, you know what I mean? But if you're coming like after a certain time, then it's just like, just get on the line, just open your bag if you have a bag. Don't bring like an actual sword. Don't, you know what I mean? Like your like props have to be like sanctioned, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the word is. Like they have to be regulation, right? Like they have to be regulation for general like conventions. You know, especially like if you're in like a big city, like right, Cali, like San Diego, Los Angeles, New York City, Boston, Maryland, Washington, like DC, like, you know what I mean? Like when you're in certain places, Chicago, when you're in certain places, like they're not messing around. Like they're not messing around. So you really, like Miami, so you really have to be like on it. If you're not like, if your stuff isn't to like regulation, they're gonna be like, nah, you gotta like put this right here. That's what you gotta do. Come back later when you're, when you feel like you don't want to bring in a sword to like an actual sword to a convention. So you just gotta really kind of be on it. You know what I mean? You just kind of really gotta be on it. But it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right. It is 9:41. All right. Let me see something. So we already know, like, the crew. We already talking about what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be recording a lot. We're all gonna be having our phones. I like one thing that we're gonna probably have to do is like find, like, one thing that's great about New York City is that like there are like spaces where you can I think there are like spaces around where you can like charge like your phone if you need to and do stuff like that. Like if you want to give it like a few like bars or like a bit more percentage or whatever, if you need to. I'm trying to remember where those places are exactly, but I feel like Comic-Con is great about that. Like Comic-Con is great about like having like those stations. But I would say still like, bring your charger, bring your phone charger with you, because there will be outlets that you can find if you need to like sit for a little bit, charge your phone, get it to a certain level, right? If your phone has like a low power mode, put it on low power mode. You know what I mean? Do that. If you have one of those like external like batteries sort of like packs, like chargers, bring that with you, charge that up. If you do, it's just useful. That's something I should have bought, but I haven't. But I never really like needed it necessarily because like you generally like I've been pretty good about making sure that my phone is charged up before I leave the house. That's one thing that I always do like in the morning, like because like listening to music is like super important to me when I'm traveling anywhere. So I always make sure that my phone is charged enough to like listen to music. If I need to like tweet something, if I need to listen to like one of like the YouTube like videos that like the crew puts out or whatever, you know, or if like one of my like, you know, one of the people like YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, like I always make sure it's charged, right? So that's something that I think is really key. Make sure you don't eat at the con. This is the big thing. People just be like getting tricked. Do not eat at a con. Don't buy no food at the con. You leave the con. You go to where, like, especially if you're like in like a bigger city, like here, like New York City, Los Angeles, you know, San Diego, Chicago, Miami, Boston, DC. You know what I mean? Like if you're there, like it's like leave the con, go to a restaurant, go to a deli, go to the bodega, whatever. You gotta get a sandwich. You gotta get something like that. Do that. Do not buy no food at the con. I've never bought food at the con, like, because it's a waste of your money. Like it's a waste of your money. Prices don't taste good. They don't like there's only so much that you can eat, like of like the same like certain types of things. Like eventually you're gonna want some real food. You're gonna want some actual lunch. Like cinnamon, like little like, you know, little like cinnamon like pieces of bread or something like that. Like that's not lunch, man. That ain't lunch. Okay, they teach you that in elementary school. It's not lunch. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. Go outside. All right. Yeah, we're gonna be trying to do a whole bunch of things. We're gonna be trying to do a whole bunch of things. It's gonna be really dope. The vlogs are gonna be like hype. The vlogs are gonna be hype the heart. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Shout out to Kenneth York, Key, Naya, my guy, Fervent Psycho, Shotty, the Heart. You know what I mean? Shout out to all y'all for coming through this chat. This is dope. Let me see something. The first con I went to, this is Fervent. First con I went to was Anime North out here in Toronto. Toronto, I guess, is another like big city, like a big hub where like, you know, you like there's gonna be a corner store. Like, you know, go to the corner store. All right, if you really need like a sandwich or something like that. I got so many manga. Yeah, yo, right? You go to a con, like when you go to certain cons have very good deals. Comic-Con's kind of funky. Like you really gotta know. Like I think the thing for me, one thing I've learned about Comic-Con is like I don't spend much at the con itself. Usually if I'm at Comic-Cons and I'm going all days, I spend more on food than I spend on things that I've bought. Like this is something that I've learned. One, because the like if you're not good at like haggling or saying like, yo, could you like take off like $5 off of that maybe? Like could you take off like a few bucks off of that, something like that? You know what I mean? If you're not good at that type of haggling, you're always gonna be buying things that are overpriced. Like when it comes to like, especially when it comes to like figures, certain types of things. If there's something, then you're like, I really want this thing, and I'm gonna like, and I don't know like where I can get it. Then like, I would still caution you to say like, yo, do your research, look online, see if you can find the item that you're looking for a cheaper price. Mark it down, take a photo of it, put it, you know, take a photo of it, you know, so you can say later on like, oh, that was the figure that I wanted, and you can look online and like get it for like quite a bit cheaper, right? For a cheaper price. So it's always good. It's always good to do that. It's always good to like do that little bit like of research and to like say like, yo, I don't really need to buy this right now. I don't really need to buy this right now, right? Last year's Comic-Con, I didn't buy that many things. Like I bought more comics than like figures and stuff like that. I think I bought like one dope figure. Like I bought like a Lee, a Sharon Lee figure from a Cardcaptor Sakura. Shout out to the boy. Shout out Lee. All right. And I bought that, and like it's a dope figure. I love it. It's on my desk. You know, it's great to look at, and it can, you know, just like it's just great. And like my fiance, who stands Cardcaptor Sakura, that's an understatement. Like Stan is an understatement. But she's got a bunch of figures. She's got a Tomoyo figure. She's got a Sakura. She got 2 Sakura figures. And she's got like a little like 2 little Tomoyo and Sakura figures. So we got some, and like, you know, a couple of like Kato-chan stuff, like things. So like it's dope. It's live in this house. All right. And again, like be aware of like what you're buying. And if you're like buying like too much. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. I think the best thing to do is just pause, take a photo of the thing that you want, take a bit of time to look online, see if you can get it for cheap online. And if you can, buy it online, right? Buy it online because it'll just be cheaper. It'll just be cheaper, right? If you can get it somewhere like on Amazon, get it on Amazon. If you can find it on eBay and the shipping's not like, wild, get it on eBay, right? If you can find the actual website that sells the figure or whatever it is that you're looking for, get it there. Like that's the thing. And if you can't, haggle, like, hey, this figure is like dope. I love this figure. This is amazing, but it's a little bit expensive. Like I only have like this much, this much cash. Would you mind like, maybe taking off like, $5? Like you don't want to go like above like, like $10, something like that, because like a lot of it is like the more expensive it is, I think the more you can sort of take off, right? But that's because like it's sort of relative. But I think generally like try that. If it doesn't work, then just take a photo and say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna see if I can grab this online. And just like say that out loud. Just be like, yo, I'm gonna see if I can get this online. And then maybe they'll be like, oh, okay, you're right. If it's the last day of the con, like third Sunday, that's when you can really kind of be like, yo, like if a figure is like, $40, could you be like, yo, like, could I get that for like 35 maybe? Like just like $35, like, then like that's when you can kind of do that. So there's always ways to just kind of like save money and do all of that. Comics, I think, are the best thing to buy at the con. Comics are probably the best thing to buy at cons. Why? Because if especially if you're like a comic heavy like kind of person, like if you are really like into comics, and like to me, like that's me, right? Nye knows it's like, you know what I mean? Like there's certain people like, right, like if you're into comics, cons are a great place to do that, because like especially in big city, because they have like, right, like Image will have like a booth, Dark Horse will have a booth, DC will have a booth, Marvel will have a booth, certain comic stores will have a booth. In New York City, like Kinokuniya will have a booth, Midtown will have a booth. Midtown is probably the best because they always have like 20% off like a lot of their stuff. And generally like that's like a thing that they kind of do. But I think like at the cons, it's much more of a thing where like just like all the comics that they have there and in store like are like 20% off. So and this is like over all the things that you buy. So if you buy like a bunch of trades, you're gonna cut off a lot of money off of that. You're gonna cut off a lot of money. So I think generally when I'm shopping at Comic-Con, the thing that I focus on, comics. I don't really focus on anything else because I just got smart. I was just like, yo, I could get this like figure online for way cheaper. I don't need this figure right now. You know what I mean? But I can take a photo, catalog it, get back home and say, hey, can I find this for cheap? And if I can, great. If I can maybe haggle and say like, hey, can you like take off $5 off that? Great. But comics are to me are where it's at, especially if it's a comic con. If it's a comic con, go buy some comics. All right. Support people like that you love, support industry folks that you love. And it is what it is. My fiance is like saying, yo, you left the juice out. Why did you leave the juice out? And this is something that like I do. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm terrible about this. Like I will leave something out, and I will just completely forget about it. Luckily, like what usually happens is like, depending on what it is, like especially like if it's like liquids, like I might not leave it out for that long. When it's like if it's like food, then it's like I probably left it out for like way too long. But generally, it's like it tends to be liquids that I'll leave out, and I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, yo, you know what I mean? Yeah, manga volumes like. No, it's funny because it's like now people like when people Shadi, I hear the irony in it in saying that like the best thing to buy at Comic-Cons at Comic-Cons are comics, but it's like you'd be surprised at how few people like people are really focused on like the anime stuff and the panels and a lot of the stuff that's sort of going on outside of like the comics and buying like a bunch of comics. I will say that like there are there are a lot of things that are being bought, like there are a lot of comics that are being bought and stuff like that. That's facts. Like that's like people are buying it. But I think like now more than ever, like people are buying fewer of them. So it's just like something where like it's just like you should be taking full advantage, especially with comics, right? Games too, definitely games too. Like if there's certain games like that you feel like you can buy, like if there's certain vendors that are selling those things, definitely get them. Definitely. Also, Shadi, like as well, like aside from like the games, like yeah, the games too, but like aside from like the games, action figures. Yo, let me tell you, most of the action figures that I have, like actual like action figures, like not like figures, like not like sort of like Japanese figures, but like American, like just like American like figures, right? American action figures that were probably made in like China or Japan, right? Like they're also like Japanese or Chinese too, but um they would just be like certain vendors who would just be there with just like just like buckets of like toys. They'll just have like buckets of toys. You know what I mean? Like, and they'll be like used toys. They'll be like used toys, but they'll be in great condition. But they just won't be in their like their box, and you'll get really dope figures out of that. Like you can get really dope figures out of those toys, out of those toy sort of vendors. And I love figures. One thing that I think I like kind of is understated, like for me, is like I love action figures. Like I think they're dope. Anytime I see certain figures, I'm like, yo, I remember there was an Orion figure that I found. Let me see if I can go grab it. Actually, let me go do that real quick. But there was an Orion figure that I found at Comic-Con that was just like in like a little plastic bag, and someone was selling it. And I think they were selling it for like $3 or $4 or something like that. It was like cheap. Like they were selling it for like $3 or $4 or something like that. And I was like, it was in good enough condition for me, and it was a dope Orion figure. It wasn't like some cheesy like like I like the Justice League Unlimited like and Justice League themed like figures, but this was like Orion. Like this was like no joke. Like New Gods Orion. Like it was great. It was great. So let me go see if I can grab that right now. Let me show y'all because I love that figure. It's one of my favorites, and it's super fire. I'll be right back. All right, we back. We back. Look at this baby. Ooh, that's an Orion figure, y'all. That's an Orion figure. All right. I'm telling you, when I said Orion figure, I wasn't talking about some, like small, Justice League Unlimited style, like, you know what I mean? Like figure. I'm talking about like come on, son, like muscle definition, like we in here, man. We in here. Orion is in here. Come on. Let's go. Like the figure, okay? No joke. We in here. Like again, like when I said like I like figures, like I really like action figures. They're just great. They're just great. Okay? Yeah, boy. Orion. All right, Shada, you know what it is. You know what it is. Okay? So like like when I saw that, it was just in a plastic bag. Like it was like in a plastic bag. I spent $5 on that. All right, $4 or $5 on that. Okay, that's it. You know what I mean? And no, this one you can't take the mask off. I don't think. Yeah, can't take the mask off, but it doesn't matter because I love the mask. I love the helmet. Like this is dope. Like the helmet is dope. But you know what I mean? Like figures are like to me are like they're just really important because they kind of keep me connected to you know, like a certain just like I guess kind of energy. You know, like now I'm trying to, you know, but like they just keep me, I guess, motivated in a weird way. You know, they make me like they make me happy when I see them and when I get to like, you know, like mess around with them and play with them a little bit and stuff like that. Like it's cool, you know. And I think I haven't bought as many figures like more recently because I've just been trying to be better about like, you know, spending my money on certain things. But I think that figures are one of like the best things. Figures, comics, uh, music, like food. You know what I mean? Like food, like these things are just like they're important. Like they're probably like, you know, like they're some of the most important things in my life. So I will never stop loving figures. And I think like, you know, it's always like, and it's not just like, right, it's because it's not just like about the figure itself. It's like what, like who is the figure? What's their story? What like you know what I mean? Like what's sort of going through that? What does this figure say about certain things? Like one of my friends is like really like a comic scholar, but also like a action figure scholar. And like one thing that he does is like he writes about action figures in it's really like rigorous a way, but also like entertaining way and fun way. So you know, I like that's another reason. That's another reason why I really like respect like and adore like action figures, because I think there are people out here who love it to that extent where they feel like they can write about it and, you know, talk about all the sort of intricacies that go into figures and toys. So shout out to those, you know, to those folks. But you know, tomorrow is gonna be dope. Tomorrow's gonna be dope. It is not. It is like 10 o'clock right now. You know, just great, just great. You know, just great. So I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to Comic Con again. That's just like memories, man. Ah, so good, so good. Memories, man. You know, I'm just looking forward to getting back to it because Comic Con is just one of the best times. Like when you go to conventions and like, I think like, and I want to say this again, like communities, these things like they matter. They matter in a way that like I can't even like explain, yo. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like this is the stuff, like this is the stuff that keeps you like, you know, this is like there's like your career or your job or whatever it is that you love to do and like everything like that. And like that's cool and this is great. You know, it's like I love teaching, like I love doing that. I love like, you know, seeing the kids every day and seeing them grow and have fun and like, you know, have growth spurts and like, you know, just go through like all these different things and learn about the world like through their lenses and everything like that. And that's awesome. But it's also like you can't forget that like you are a person and like you came into that profession as someone already, and you kind of can't forget those things. So for me, like this like in these communities, like these spaces, like when you get to talk about comics and figures and all of the like geeky stuff and all of the nerdy stuff and all of the like, you know, niche stuff that is just like really, really important to y'all. Like that's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. So when I say I'm looking forward to like seeing everybody that I met online, you know, seeing all these people, like all these like, you know, people like the crew that I met online and everything like that. It's like an understatement. It's like, this is going to be like dope. I'm really looking forward to this. And in the future, I'm also looking forward to like having more of those meetings and meeting more people and being able to like link up and do all of that. That's like this. It's just the best thing. Like when you know what I mean? Especially like when you come from something like when, like for me, like I didn't grow up with like everything. You know what I mean? Like my parents like worked really, 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 really hard to make sure that like me, you know, that my brothers and I like could just like get through like school, you know what I mean, without like, you know, worrying about like certain things, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean. So it just means a lot to be like in this space where like I can like, you know, And at this point in my life where I can be like, yo, I can set things up. I can make moves. I can do all those things. It's dope. It's dope stuff, man. All right. All right, I think I'm gonna end it here because it's 10:03, and I gotta make sure I'm talking to these people. All right, I'm gonna talk to these people, see what's going on, because we're just playing. We're just playing for the con. You know, we just playing it for the con. Like we trying to set this up, trying to do good stuff. All right, but it's gonna be dope, y'all. It's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be tweeting. I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be doing all the live stuff. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real dope. It's gonna be real dope. I think what I'm gonna do is just like I'm gonna try to do some things. I'm gonna try to talk to some people. I'm gonna try to, you know. I think what we're gonna try to do is have like, yeah, we're gonna try to have a meetup like set up. We're gonna try to do like a New York Comic Con like meetup thing. Like, you know, if you can't get into the con, we're gonna do the meetup outside of the con. Right? You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna like be like, oh yeah, only if you got the New York pass, only if you got the pass. No. All right. It's like no name said, because fuck they clubs. All right. You know what I mean? If you know that song, you know what song I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. All right. No, like we not into that like exclusivity, like, you know, and all that. No. Like we about that inclusiveness. Like at least like me definitely. So we're gonna shout out. I'm gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna make sure they know, and we are going to make sure, right? We're gonna make sure that we can get as many people to meet up as possible to talk about that One Piece greatness, to talk about all this other manga, to talk about all these things. We're making things happen. We're making moves. Okay, this ain't no game. All right, we try to make things happen. All right, this is really important. So I'm gonna get out of here, okay? Because again, I really do got to talk to like these guys and make sure we set up certain things so that we're not just kind of like running all over the place and running in circles. All right. Hey, Naya, you going to New York? Hey, Naya, you going to New York? I see the tweet. Hey, yo, whoa. Oh, that's dope. Okay. You know what I mean? Yo, that monogatari. yo, any of the days, all right? Any of the days, if you get here, and we here, come on, son. All right? We getting the crew. The crew's coming through. All right, it's gonna be dope. All right, let me end the stream. Let me actually end the stream now. I was gonna react to some One Piece chapters, but I think if I want to like actually get some sleep and wake up early enough for the con and everything like that, then I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to sleep. All right, so let me do that now. Let me get out of here. But yo, Naya. All right. You come through. We got you. All right. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna look into that, like, and figure out when they're gonna be passing out the Monogatari stuff. So I'll see if I can look into that. All right, but let me get out of here. I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. This is just a pre-Comic-Con stream, just talking about things, talking about what I want to do. We're going to be doing lots of vlogs. We're going to be getting it in. We're going to be getting busy. All that. All right. Hype, live, lit, whatever words, are being made up as we speak. Okay. Check out Urban Dictionary if you need to do that. All right. We going in. This is what we doing. All right. BDV crew, Image Comics crew, manga crew, anime crew. Okay, One Piece fanatics. We doing that. That's what we do. Okay, we going to Comic-Con. We taking it over. All right, we taking it over. We taking it over. Okay, it's gonna be hype. All right, y'all. Yeah. Come on. All right, I'm the Black Manga Critic. Thank y'all for coming through. Shouts out to all y'all that came through. Shouts out to the Heart. Shouts out to Naya. Shouts out to Shotty. Shouts out to Key. Shouts out to the Fervent Psycho. Shouts out to who else came through? Kenneth York, right? All right, shouts out to all y'all that came through. All right, let me get out of here. I might react to One Piece. Let me see what's going on. I might, but I probably won't because I gotta eat. I gotta, hang out with my fiance. I gotta do stuff. All right, so let me get out of here. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out here.